Welcome back. All right, another news update for your Saturday, September the 9th, as the Tampa Bay Lightning have had to make a couple of changes. So apparently Josh Archibald let the team know that he wasn't coming to camp and he wasn't intending to play this season. So he's been placed on unconditional waivers to terminate that contract. And it was a 2-year deal at $800,000 per season, or $1.6 million in total. So they have signed Tyler Motte to a 1-year deal worth $800,000 to make up for losing Archibald. Motte, of course, a good bottom six forward. You don't get any offense with Motte necessarily, but you get hard work, and I think he'll fit into the Tampa Bay system well. So they go from Archibald to Motte. You guys can let me know if you think that's a lateral move, if you think it's better, if you think it's a downgrade. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So Pierre LeBrun was at the GM slash coaches meetings and had some reporting on this, starting off with Kevin Cheveldayoff saying that his focus is on winning, and all of the discussions in the offseason about all the crazy things that could happen with Winnipeg just kind of got all out of hand. But in terms of what his focus is, it's on trying to win this year, and it really doesn't sound like there's going to be a move with Scheifele or Hellebuck anytime soon. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that they finish the season as members of the Jets, especially if the season goes in the other direction for them. But at this point, it sounds like he's perfectly fine to roll the dice with what they have. And so, all the best to him on that. Don Waddell, going against what the reporting has been on this, that he plans to re-sign Pesce and Shea, although when asked by a reporter, would he actually say, well, we don't know if we're going to keep Pesce, but we'll try to keep Shea around. So there's a lot of defensemen in Carolina. There's only 6 spots in the lineup, although I guess they could go 11-7 if they chose to. And if they're trying to re-sign Pesce and Shea, the reporting had been that Pesce was on his way out. He still may very well be, but at this point in time, things have cooled down. He said during August things were really quiet. He expects that as September rolls along, things could heat up. So we'll see whether or not Pesce and Shea stick around. But again, the rumor had been that Pesce was probably on his way out because of the contract demands. So coming back to the Bally issue with the National Hockey League, apparently bankruptcy really complicates the whole thing. So the fact that it's in court and his bankruptcy proceedings, it really makes it tough. So when Gary Bettman was asked yesterday regarding the Bally situation, he basically said, I can't really give much of an answer because that answer could be completely different an hour, 2 hours from now, meaning that it's such a fluid situation. But the NHL apparently told the court last month that they need a decision on the bankruptcy by the end of September for broadcasting reasons. They have said the whole way through that they have contingencies in place. They have a plan if Bally is not an option for their regional teams. But you have to be at least a little bit nervous here. And of course, with Bally, they're going to check and see, you have to wait and see if they're going to meet all of their payments. So they're carried on all of the cable providers, because there's the chance that being in bankruptcy, they don't, and they end up being dropped by cable providers because they haven't paid their fees. And so the NHL, in wanting to get as many eyeballs on their product as possible, this has to be causing some gray hairs down at NHL's corporate, but we'll see what happens there. So I would expect that we start the season with games still being on the Bally's networks, but whether or not it ends that way, we'll see. It really does depend on how these bankruptcy discussions go in court. And so we'll see. But at this point in time, we do not have new information other than the bankruptcy's holding everything up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.